Were there boos or... No, no, thank you. Right, I'm ready, yeah. So, this isn't the Riordan family tree. There is an uncanny resemblance, actually, when I looked at it. It was worrying me. These are the stereotypes that we see too much. So, the north is stuck in the past, the south is a money-grabbing whatever. And, of course, things are different. The reality is different. London, I'm not here to slag off London, because I think London is a brilliant city. It's the political, cultural, commercial capital of the UK. It's a world financial city. It's great that we're 2 hours away from it. So that's brilliant, because it's just that far. It's a bit like your relatives, really. You know, you're just near enough, but just far enough. And but we don't want to be London. There's that Undertones song, My Perfect Cousin, and it's a bit like we're always compared to them, and we're never going to succeed. So my thought is, what if the North was a country? What would we call it? Would we call it Northern England? No, we'd call it the North, because we'd stand out in the world. And there'd be all sorts of debates to have, but you know, where the boundaries, we'd have a flag. This is a flag put together by the Northwest. It's a stylised St George's Cross. There's the surfboard in, for the North East there's a surfboard in Angel. There's the Yorkshire Rose in the middle, and the Northwest is the other bit. Where would the capital be? Well, it'd have to be Leeds, wouldn't it? I'm in charge here, so I'm going to say it's Leeds. But we've got 5 national parks, the Lakes, the Dales, Northumberland, we've got Liverpool, Manchester, Hull, York, Newcastle. What a fantastic group of cities. Now, we might lose our G7 seat, our place in the world. But that means fewer meetings, no nuclear weapons, and no wars. What's not to like? And we're bigger than 127 countries, all of the countries on that slide. We might go for the pound, but we might have our own currency, the Ludo. This was designed a few years ago. We'd have a great economy, the 21st biggest economy in the world. This is the North. You know, look at this, Asda, AstraZeneca, all the brilliant independents. And look at our science base, 31 universities, 20 Nobel Prize winners. We discovered oxygen. We discovered IVF, the Higgs boson particle. We discovered the east coast of Australia. We put the first woman in space. We emancipated women. We helped to abolish slavery. These are all northern things. We were 12th in the medals table. That's just Yorkshire. So if we're the North, we'll be 5th at least. We'd have a much more interesting sports personality of the year as well. We win the Premiership 7 times out of every 10, so we might as well have a Northern Premier League. That gets Leeds back in the Premiership, which is work in progress, never mind surfing team. And Middlesbrough as well. Look at the artistic, cultural, comedic talent that we've got. We have the Beatles, we've got the Arctic Monkeys, we've got Judi Dench and Rowan Atkinson, all these people. You know, how can you say that this is an area in decline? This is an absolutely brilliant, vibrant part of the world. We were the birthplace of modern sculpture with Hepworth and Moore, and we've got national treasures like Hockney. But you never hear this story. So when you start to think about the North like that, you start to realise that we do play a role. We keep the lights on in London, actually, and if the Scots have got their oil, we'll take onto our balance sheet the North Sea gas. If fracking can sort out the mini earthquakes, then we'll be rich. So now, okay, we might not want to be a country, but what Tim was talking about earlier is really true. 9 out of 10 of the decisions that affect this city, affect the North, are taken in Whitehall. We're the most centralised country in Western world, except for Albania. When we want to put a roundabout in, or stop up a little part of Merrion Street, we have to ask the Secretary of State. This is ridiculous, with all that talent and potential and everything else that I've talked about before. So surely, we need devolution. We need devolution so that you don't have to have a different card when you get on the bus or the train or a taxi or whatever. We want people to get into jobs. There are 300 different funding streams at the moment if you want to get someone into a job. And we have to apply to all of them. So why can't we do that in one for us in the North? The reality is that my generation, I guess we're Generation X, you know, had our hands tied too much by London, the centre and Whitehall. And actually Generation Y, some of which are in the room, I can see, you need the freedom and the power to do things differently, to surf in the way that Tim said. We not only got the biggest annual sporting event in the world to this part of the world, but we did the best ever. And the reason it was the best ever was because it was about the community, the people of the North, taking it from the bottom up. Why can't we do that with the way we govern ourselves on transport, the economy and jobs? Free the North, that's what I say. Thank you.